Hi, this is Rawan Salome, and this week's Poly Talk is about teachers with guns. What do you think about teachers with weapons due to the recent violence in schools?
I think it's kind of like a panic attack, you know. Anytime something major happens, then everybody gets into this, oh my god, we gotta get like super protective. Like same thing happened 9/11, everybody, you know, got crazy about, you know, airport security. Now it's a lot more lenient because obviously it's been 12 years. When something major like this happens, people get like, oh my god, you know, teachers gotta have guns, blah blah blah. To me, it doesn't seem, I mean, if teachers carry guns, who's to say that it wouldn't accidentally go off? Or if a kid goes crazy, they might know where they can access a gun, you know. Usually, like what happened with Sandy Hook was, you know, he had his mom's gun, which he knew where it was at. If he knew a teacher was carrying a gun, he knew where he could get it. He could just go to the school, get the gun, and start, you know, shooting everybody. So I really don't think it's a productive way to prevent school shootings.
I don't think that they should, just because it's unsafe, or it makes people unsafe around us if people don't like guns.
Do you think that there's any pros to this happening?
Having guns?
Yes.
I mean, there is definitely a pro for feeling safer on campus if, you know, somebody does have a gun. And if in case something did happen, they would be prepared for it. But then it also does provide a scare for other people that do have guns, because somebody could get it and like the gun can get in the wrong hands of somebody.
Do you think that it would offer any protection to the students in school and everybody else that's on school grounds?
That offer protection?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, it really goes both ways. I mean, if you really legalize it, I mean, bad people will take the advantage, you know, to try to, you know, hurt others. I don't know. I don't think they should do it.
Well, because then you have like some line of defense if that happens again. So you're not like completely just like, oh, just get under the desk.
What cons do you think that it has?
That if the person that's doing the bad thing, if they can get their hands on it, that'd be bad, because then they just have more weapons.
I mean, I guess if it's, I don't know, it's kind of weird. I guess if it was locked and unarmed, then there's really no harm done, because it takes a while. I guess like the only issue would be if people could just whip it out and like shoot people, but if it's like concealed and it's like off, then it should be fine, I guess.
Do you think that there's a certain level of training that they should have?
I think, yeah, there's laws for guns where you do have to have like a license and stuff, so I mean, like anyone else, they should have a license.
I actually heard about this on the news the other day, and I was appalled. I think that it's one thing to have guns in the home or like weapons in the home, but for protection for a teacher, I just think that it would be too accessible for kids to get, and that with the bullying that's going on, there could be even more accidents. I just think that it's kind of taking it too far with like the weapons in the classroom.
Do you think that there's any pros to this happening?
The only thing I could see is if, like with the tragedy that just happened with these elementary school kids, that teachers could protect themselves, but I mean, how often does that happen at the same time? I just feel like on a daily basis, like even if it was to pass with the weapons in the classroom, it would have to be kept in a safe. It would have to be somewhere where kids couldn't get to it, where nobody knew where it was except for the teachers and administrators. I think there would be a lot that would go into it, even if it was to come out and teachers were allowed to keep those kind of things at school.